let me say this. I can see how this could be very interesting if you really want to put some time into the design. Look at that. Okay, this is good. This is good. Welcome guys to another episode on the Extra Mile. My name is Alex and welcome to the very first episode of Automation, the car company tycoon game. And there's a very specific reason why we're starting with this game today, because just yesterday I heard the news that you will be able to build cars here on Automation, export them to BeamNG, and then you'll be able to drive them. Let's take a look at the announcement teaser right now.
Hey guys, yes, you are seeing that right. You will be able to drive your own car designs in BeamNG Drive. No modding skills required, but automation skills and driving skills definitely will come in handy. In collaboration with the BeamNG dev team, we have created an exporter for automation that takes most of the aspects of any car you design and with a simple click creates an accurate representation of your design in BeamNG Drive. There, it will be waiting for you right in the vehicle selection list. No manual file transfers required. In the first release version of the exporter, we are exporting the car visuals, all kinds of performance stats, including the engine performance data, all your gearbox and drivetrain choices, wheels, brakes, suspension tuning, and even the engine sounds. But of course, what would any car in BeamNG Drive be without the possibility of breaking it? Well, yes, boring. We have the basics of car deformation working, and while this aspect never will be as good as the cars meticulously handcrafted for BeamNG Drive by the developer or dedicated modders, it will give you ample opportunity to dent your precious creations. One opportunity to do so will be a proper 3D version of the automation test track, which our teams joined forces to create in BeamNG Drive. If you choose to cruise, hot lap, or explore is up to you though. Our joint release with BeamNG for the exporter update is the 13th of July. And for more information, check out the announcement and the exporter FAQ linked in the description down below. This will be big and a lot of fun.
Isn't that awesome, guys? Isn't that exciting? So yeah, let's do this. Let's build our very first car here. There are a few things that you can do. You can play a campaign where you have to meet certain requirements from the market. You have to build an economy car for that price, etc. But what we want to do today is go to the sandbox and build a new car. So let's do that. At first we have quite a few choices here, different chassis layouts. So for the very first car I was thinking of making a hot hatch with a quite powerful engine. Okay, so I think we will go with that one. I think we can make that one pretty. So there we go. And now we can start to build our car. Can I move that? Yes, I can move that. Look at that. So I'm running this game in Unreal Engine 4. You can use the base engine and you can use Unreal Engine 4. So we are now using Unreal Engine 4. We can now see the basics of our little sporty hatchback here. So panel material. The left column, basically that one, is what we have right now, and on the right side we can see the differences. That makes more sense. So fiberglass of course is lighter, the tooling costs are less, we can make less production units, I suppose, but that will not play a role here with us. Less safety, better with corrosion. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it. So let's go with carbon fiber, because why the hell wouldn't we? Okay, we were not looking to build an actual car that we could sell here in the game that has a reasonable price. We want to make an awesome car that we want to drive. So let's see. We can actually see the chassis change there. That's awesome. Yeah, so I think that's the lightest one that we can get. So let's go with that one. We can only go with aluminium, no other choice. So this is where it gets interesting. Suspension setup. This is something where we can learn a lot. We will not want a solid axle or even leaf springs. The question is, do we want double wishbone suspension or McPherson strut? So the double wishbone suspension would be a little bit heavier, but it would give us more comfort, more sportiness and more tameness. It would be worse off-road, have less load capacity, less cargo volume, so it's less sturdy, so to speak. Let's go with the double wishbones for the front. Let's go as a base with a double wishbone. Let's see. Solid axle does not make any sense, would only make sense off-road. That does not make sense. That does not make sense. Oh, look at that. Multi-link suspension would increase the comfort and sportiness. Huh, push rods. Let's go with push rods just for the fun of it, and let's up the quality as high as we can, just because why the hell not? Engine! Woo! Okay, now this is where it gets really fun. So we will go with the V8 in this case. Look at that, there it is. Let's take a look actually at the... Oh, wait a second. Of course, the 60-degree angle is more compact by quite a bit. We could make an inline 6, but no. Let's go with the 60-degree V8. Alright, weight is a very important issue here. So... wow, magnesium. Yes, let's go with a magnesium block. That's awesome. So we have a 4-liter V8 right now, which I think is pretty good. Let's reduce the stroke though, because we want to have a high revving engine. So let's go with a 3-liter V8. I think that's pretty cool. We want to go for max RPM, and it seems like the dual overhead cam is best here. So the head material is very important because we want to have a very light engine, aluminium, and I think that's aluminium and silicon carbide, a mixture. That is the lightest, so let's go with that. Ooh, look at that, that looks so awesome already. So the crankshaft, cast iron is very heavy, forged steel, billet steel is the lightest and is the best for high revving engines, so let's use that. Connecting rods, that are the long bolts that basically hold the head and the block together. Cast iron, heavy duty cast iron is heavier, forged is lighter. Lightweight forged obviously is, oh yes, titanium con rods, awesome. Pistons, this is very important as well. We want really light pistons. That is good for max RPM, there we go, and max torque, so let's go with those. Intake, yeah, that's not a question, we want to race intake. Oh, look at that! Let's take a look at the other ones. That's the performance intake. That looks actually very sexy as well. And that is the standard intake. We don't want that, but we want the race intake. I mean, because just look at it. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. RPM limit, there we go. Let's try to go to 8,500 RPM. That would be pretty much perfect, I think. I mean, of course we could go to, but yeah. Let's go to 8,500. Actually, let's go to the edge of the yellow area here. Let's go to 10. Is that too crazy? Let's go to 10. Come on. Why the hell not? Headers. Okay, they seem very restrictive. We don't want that. They seem a little bit better, but still short. Oh, that looks pretty sweet. But I think we want long tube headers, like that. And those, oh, yeah, let's go with that. And obviously we want a dual exhaust. And we want, do we want bypass valves? I think we don't want any valves because this will pretty much be straight piped. So, smaller exhaust diameter gives us less noise, so we don't want that. Yeah, okay, that might be a little bit much. Let's go to 76 millimeters. I think that's alright. Let's go for some testing. Let's listen. Okay, what we've learned from the torque curve here is that there's no use in revving to 10,000 RPM. Oh, look at that. We do get a little bit more power with a little bit more back pressure here, it seems. Interesting. Yeah, but no cats. Alright, so that seems good. Let's try this again. Let's take a look at that. Can I change anything here when I... Oh! Now I get it! Oh, that's pretty cool! That's pretty interesting. Look at that! That's pretty interesting. Okay. Okay. I get it. I get it. That's pretty cool. Let's pull that out a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. Yeah, let's go with something like that. Man, that's an ugly car. Yeah, it will not get any prettier. So the paint, I don't know. Let's go with steel, I guess. Yeah. It's pretty damn ugly, but it'll do. Oh. Okay. This is not pretty. A grill. We need a grill. Of course we need a grill. Let's go for something like that. Yeah, let's do it. Oh my god. I don't know why this is so funny. Okay, so what we've learned today is that making a pretty car is not that easy. Let's go for a hood scoop. Yes, scoop, scoop, scoop it up. Let's go for that. Oh, yes. Make it a bit bigger. There we go. Okay, okay. Look at that design element. Holy crap. Oh my god, I can't get over that front end. That is just, it is something. Okay, we don't need a fuel cap. Although, no, we do need one. We need one of those, obviously. And we want to put it... Where do we want to put it? On the roof. That's where it needs to go. Obviously. Right in the center. Right there. Wait, we have to make sure that it's centered. That is the place. That's where it should be. It's the most logical place for that, I think. What else? Door handles. Yeah, those are actually not too bad. This is actually pretty cool. As I said, if you really want to take some time, you can actually go into a lot of detail here to make a pretty car. This is shaping up quite nicely. Yeah, this is awesome. Wheels, exhaust. Oh, we want a lot of those. I actually kind of like it. It looks like a Mini Cooper with a lot of issues. But it's a car. The front, oh my god. Okay, we do want all-wheel drive. We definitely want all-wheel drive. What? Where are my headlights gone? I hope they're still there. We want a manual gearbox, 6-speed. I think we want to go into that range. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Alright, and there it is. It's a little bit too low, I think, but... I don't know why those lights are not there anymore. But at least we have a nice trim piece on there now. So I call this the Owl Mark 1. As you can see, it's a brilliant design. Very beautiful. Notice the camshaft number plate. Quad exhaust in the back. Yeah, yeah, let's put it on the test track and see what happens. Holy crap, but look at that. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 3.8 seconds. That's actually pretty damn impressive. Quarter mile time of 12 flat. And what does this actually weigh? 1.27 tons. That's not too bad. Alright, let's let it run the Top Gear test track. Faster than I thought. 1:17.6 is really quick. Actually, let's take a look at the Top Gear test track times and see what kind of cars do a 1:17.6. That's incredible. Take a look at that. 1:17.6 is the Koenigsegg CCX with a wing, Noble M600, Pagani Zonda, the GTR. Alright, so this is a pretty quick car. This is the very first car that we will try in BeamNG, and I really can't wait to drive this. I am very curious about that. If you have any suggestions for a car that I should do, we will have to do an off-road car at some point. Then please let me know in the comments. The patch for automation and BeamNG that will allow us to export cars and drive them in BeamNG will come out in July, mid-July. I think July 13 is the actual, the current prediction, or release date rather. And as soon as that patch is out, we will throw this car into BeamNG and go for a ride, and I really can't wait. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.